If they want to have an expert come in and say it's unreliable and you can't believe what's on that screen, they can do that. We're still in their case. And then the jury can make a decision as to whether or not pinching and zooming on an iPad or an iPhone is tampering with the video or altering the image or unreliable or shouldn't be given any weight.
If the judge allows
So
this, it's
if
crazy.
they want to make a jury question out of this, they are free to do so. We're still in their case in chief. But I don't, frankly, understand or agree with anything counsel just said. I've used my phone. I think probably you have too. I think this is something
is
within
really
everyone's
trying to
common knowledge to pinch and zoom on a screen. And that's
exclude
what's
the
going
iPhone
on here.
video?
It does not change the image in any way. It just takes
iPhones take some of the best
Well, I don't
recordings
know.
to date.
When I put the magnifying glass up, then it's enlarging the image. It is not altering the image. What he's saying, and I think, and I know less than anyone in the room here, I'm sure, about all this stuff, but I'm hearing him to say that they're actually artificially inserting pixels into there, which is altering the object which is being portrayed. And so, you know what, I myself, when confronted with these changes in technology, what I usually do is to admit the evidence, but make sure that the finder of fact is aware of the fact that it is not the original.
So we're not allowed to
image
pinch
the
and
method
zoom
by which
anymore?
It's been enhanced. You're suggesting that I should make the defense bring in an expert for it. My thought would be that actually you're the one who's offering the exhibit, so you should be in a position to offer evidence as to the fact that it is not distorting the object which is depicted.
I would submit, Your Honor, that I think it's common sense.
Wow,
to everyone in
it's
this
more
room
than common
that that's
sense.
not what's going on here. And what counsel is saying about Apple software and logarithms and things like that is not something that people in this room are familiar with.
I thought I heard the expert say on the stand, and believe me, again, this is not
Wow.
something I'm familiar with, but I thought I heard the expert say that you brought down from the crime lab that in fact that there were alterations made by adding pixels. That's an alteration of the image. So I don't have any problem with it being received, but you're going to have someone testify that it's a reliable, I don't want to say mirror image, but because obviously if you insert more items into an area of space, it's going to distort what's depicted.
I think, Your Honor, when the pinch and zoom maneuver is used on the screen, it actually, it takes the high resolution that we see here and it brings it into the point where the pixels are actually spread out more.
You know what? I'm not going to accept as accurate what Richards is saying, and I'm not going to accept what you're telling me. I said if you can offer somebody who is knowledgeable in these areas, the document or I think you should be allowed to use the image. But this is high risk to me. If you insert more data into an area of space, well, you're wagging your head no. Tell me where I'm wrong.
There's no proof in this record that we're doing that, Your Honor.
I didn't say there was proof of it. I said you have the burden of proof. You're the proponent of the exhibit, and you need to tell me that it's reliable.
The exhibit's already in evidence, Your Honor.
That I know.
The enhanced exhibit is not in evidence.
This is not enhancement.
Then
Well,
just show the video.
then why show it?
I
I mean, the reason you want to show it is so because it enhances the image, right?
This judge is the
No,
worst.
no, one at a time.
I'll say what Mr. Cross was just saying. The defense has taken videos and photos and cropped them, zoomed in on them on many exhibits in this trial. And this is, again, like I said, the magnifying glass is not changing the image. What the expert testified to about his software program was that he uses, I think he called it MFAR5 or something like that. It was a software program he was using to create the additional images or the exhibits that were introduced with regard to this drone video. And he talked about what that software program does. He was not talking about the common, ordinary, everyday pinch and zoom feature on the Apple. They're two different things, Your Honor, and I want to be precise about this because I don't think it's fair to equate the technical video editing software used by the crime lab with pinching and zooming on an iPhone. They're different software programs, different procedures, and I don't think it's fair to extrapolate this. Every one of those jurors is familiar with this process. This is a fundamental part of our lives nowadays. It's much like 100 years ago people used magnifying glasses. This is no different than that. And I think this is common knowledge, and I don't think I need any sort of expertise on this issue. If the defense wants to quibble with it, they have an expert who can offer testimony. But the exhibit's already in evidence. It would be no different than me putting off a photograph of it and then holding up an enlargement. I mean, we had a guy come in yesterday with Walgreens prints. I mean, this is what is done with photographs all the time. There's enlargements done in the lab. It doesn't change the pixels.
No. You know, I don't want to hear about what happened earlier in the trial that came in without objection.
Yeah, this judge is
If you
trying
didn't object,
everything he
then
could
I didn't
possibly
address it.
do.
Now, I'm
to
not going to
rule
police
against the
this case,
prosecution.
so everybody, anytime somebody wants to put some evidence in, I'm
I
going to
have
say, well,
never
wait a minute,
seen
what
or
about
heard
that? What
anything
about
like
that?
this in my
I
life.
have to have an objection. I get an objection, and then I rule on it. There has been no objection during this trial when either side has exploded an image or anything like that. If you'd have brought in an objection, if he'd have brought in an objection, I would have ruled on it. But to say now, well, this has already been done during the trial. I've got an objection in front of me now. He's suggesting that the amplifying the image is altering what is portrayed, the image which is portrayed, and you're giving me as a defense, it's no different from using a magnifying glass. I don't believe that, because if I take, the image is the same, and all it is doing is improving my poor old vision. Here you've got someone, to correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe the expert testified
Yo,
that
this
he
is
had
insane.
inserted, or either him or the device inserted additional pixels into the image. That,
Different program.
I bet you the judge
I
don't
don't
even
know
know
what kind of I don't
pixels
care what kind of a
mean.
program it is. The question
Represents.
is the
He's literally holding
image
a
in its
magnifying
virginal
glass
state.
in his hand.
I care about what program it is, Your Honor, because these are technical issues. Mr. Richards has just made representations with no basis whatsoever.
Can you sign
Absolutely.
Station number.
Mr. Richards has just made technical representations with no basis in this record whatsoever. He is questioning a common part of life that we use, everyone uses,
Hey
every
guys, it's
single
our
day.
first stream, man.
The
Thanks
expert
for whoever's locking
who
in.
testified was
We're
talking
just
about a
getting this
different
started. I
software
was basically
program,
supposed to
and
get
it
this started a
does
long
make
time
a
ago,
difference.
but
I don't know.
I'll hook it up with all the bells and
Then
whistles.
if there's gonna be an
and
issue,
all
let's-
the
But
microphones
you're the
and
proponent. I
all
said
that
before,
stuff.
I'm not going to talk about it further.
Put something on the
You're
top
the
box.
proponent,
We just got
and you
started,
need
man, so
to assure
it is what
me
it is.
before I let the jury speculate on it, that it is a reliable method that does not distort what is depicted.
So.
Okay, so we're going to take a break.
I understood you correctly. We can play it now, and then we'll tie it up later.
I don't think that's what I said.
That's what I thought you said, Tom. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I did. If I said that, shame on me. I said that we're going to take a break right now, and I said before I'm going to allow this to be amplified in the way that you want, it is going to have to be demonstrated to me that it's a reliable way to do it.
Then we would request an adjournment to do that now.
Well, we're not going to adjourn the
This
case
is
now to
insane.
do that.
Well, before I am done with my cross-examination of this witness, I would like to use this video, and I will need some time to make arrangements for what you're asking. So I would ask that before I am, I would like time to do that before I'm done cross-examining this witness, because this is an important exhibit that I intend to use with
Well,
this
it
witness.
depends. Why don't you get on it right away, and, maybe you can get somebody to testify on this within minutes. I don't know. So we'll take a break.
Wow.
Let's,
Operating system are they using on the iPad?
We can answer that question.
Do you know?
Not off the top of my head.
Thank you.
well,
iPad.
okay. Let's aim for 320 on that clock, which is, yeah, let's aim for 320.
Alright, you guys, what do you think, man? My opinions is this is a shit show for the prosecution. The judges constantly striking him down. Every piece of evidence he tried to bring forth to the court, strikes down. You guys already know about the judges. This is bad. I'm sorry, not about the judges, about the jurors. Excuse me. This is bad. Only 2 black jurors. It is what it is, man. I don't know what's going on in America, man, but a fair trial justice system doesn't look like it's gonna happen, man. So I'm just gonna take my time and get my brain food ready, if you guys don't mind. Hope you guys having a good day out there. This is a progressive take. I go by the name of DJ Shot Black. I'm just gonna start off by giving you guys my commentary on just a few things that's going on, and why not better to start with this Kyle Rittenhouse. It's a whole bunch of things we could talk about pertaining to, you know, Biden, Trump, everything that's going on in that aspect. But I'm always going to speak from a progressive take, so if you don't know by now, I am a progressive. I was a Democrat, but we just leave that alone until we get some new leadership over there. I don't think I'm going back on that boat anytime soon. So yeah, I'm waving my progressive flag because I believe in the progressive agenda. And I believe that America would do better if we all, you know, had a progressive agenda. 2/3 of the country is progressive. Although if you listen to corporate media, you want to hear that. You will hear center right, all right, such as Joe Manchin and his idiotic self. But yeah. And real quick, fuck the Republicans. Yeah, I said it. Until you guys go back to simple common sense, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to hear nothing that you have to say. I can't engage in a civil conversation with you guys. You guys do not believe facts. So, fuck you. I'm not trying to work with you. I'm not trying to talk to you. No. And if you disagree with my point and my agenda, fuck off from my channel. Alright? I'm tired of the corporate media trying to tell us what we should do and who we should listen to, who we should be like. Fuck that. Alright? $15 minimum wage sounds good to me. Tries going back? We'll be back shortly. Access to free and affordable health care sounds good to me. Access to good housing and education sounds good to me. Alright? So, I don't want to hear it, right? So, let's see what else is going on out here because it's a shit show. Still back? Alright. Check out some more stories while this take a quick break. So I'll be right back. and this is shit show. So what do you guys think about that January 6th insurrection that took place? Trump is trying to block his records from being released. So America and the world can't see what the prick was really up to. If you ask me, I think they all need to go to jail. Lock them up. Lock all their asses up. And another thing too, man, like this channel has been out for a while. We've been doing radio, DJs, parties, promotions, stuff like that. But I'm just gonna take a little break from that, switch up to the political talk. Shout out to Darren Aquino, John Frantangelo. Got the Cold Wind Talkers, basically Republican point of view. We're gonna bring that back, hopefully, if we can work everything out. If not, it is what it is. But on my show, it's no bells and whistles, man. It's straight meat and potatoes of the political environment. So I'm not holding back. I'm gonna give it to you straight and give it to you real, exactly how I feel, exactly where I'm coming from, my thoughts. And again, respectfully, if you like it, I appreciate you. Hit that like button, hit the share button, subscribe button. If you don't, fuck out of here. Simple like that. No disrespect to you, but I don't give a fuck. I'm there talking to those who actually, want to listen. And for those who's really upset at what's going on in America and the world these days, man. And I'm talking from a progressive standpoint. So if you're conservative, you might not, necessarily understand or like what you're hearing. But if you want to engage in a civil conversation based on facts, I'm right here for you. But if you're just another QAnon rambler, just kick rocks. Don't waste my time. Please, don't waste my time. So, they said they will be back around 3:20. So let's see what's going on out here. Let's check and see what we got.